This is Music as a Day Job, brought to you by Qoncert, the artist accelerator that allows the artist to go from opener to headliner to on tour and gives the fan the best experience in independent music entertainment. I'm your host, Sean Garris. I'm also the CEO of Qoncert, and Music as a Day Job is to help you build a career in music. Today, what we'll talk about is how do I book my own show? Now, I'm gonna give both sides because, of course, I own a company that helps you do this. However, how did it used to be, and for some people that maybe I'm not in their city currently, so maybe they need to get the shows now. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you book a show? Um, this is a question that's actually hard because you don't really see many people book their own shows. Like they try to get on shows. If you're trying to get on shows, there's ways to go about it. Of course, you have to go look up all the promoters that are promoting, and that's a route to do it. Is to look up all the promoters that are promoting in your area, find out the shows they're actually booking, and see if you're allowed to send something like a press kit or some of your music or anything like that that could possibly help you to get onto the show. And they may look at it and go like, maybe we should put this kid on the show. um Now this is a hard thing to do because a lot of promoters are, which I hate to say it, but a lot of promoters are very biased, and who they pick have a lot to do with either if you can pay them or if you know them, or if they, it's rarely ever that they just naturally will just look through all this because they're busy too. So then a lot of times they don't care if any independent artist even gets on the show. So you're dealing with that in one aspect, and then on the other aspect you have to look at, you can you can go to some venues and find out who the inside booker is and possibly get on shows, which you can do things like um, just calling venues and see what type of shows they're booking for and see what their inside house in-house promoter or booker is doing and try to get on shows. A lot of this is very tedious because as an independent artist, there are tons of independent artists hitting these places and saying, "Hey, man, I'm the next best thing," and da 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 da. So then what happens is they don't want to go through all of this to look to find out who's who. So then they either don't book anyone or they book who they know. And for a long time in my city, because I was so known, because I already had sold out shows, it was easy for them to be like, "Hey, we just want to book Top Flight." So it was very easy for them to do that. Um, Otherwise, you'd have to do what I did at the first part of my career. And see, what happened at the first part of my career is I couldn't get on shows. Me and my business partner, we couldn't really get on shows really heavy. So because we couldn't get on shows, we were in a space where we wanted shows but couldn't do it, and we were willing to pay to rent the venue. And now if you find out if you can rent a venue, that changes it. Now this is just betting on yourself. You're saying to yourself, "Hey, I'm going to bet on myself and rent the venue." But of course, you have to pay for DJs, you have to pay for all that. So if you have money like that at the time, like I took all my last money to do it, but I was willing to bet on myself at the pace that I was guaranteeing in my head that I'd pull it off the next time, and I'd pull it off to get all my money back. So you could be like, basically my app helps you so you don't have to do stuff like that. Like, let's just put it like that. My app helps you so you don't have to do any of this. So you don't have to worry about either booking a venue or having to like find all these promoters and do all this other stuff. Like, my app is going to help you cut all of that out. And so now with the app, you're able to see the places that the shows are going down. You're able to just pick a slot on there, agree to the requirements of what's needed for that show, the minimum that's needed for that show to be on that show, and then from that point forward, you're on a show. It's that easy. You're on the show. And then when you start moving up, you start getting headliner shows. It's that easy. It's a direct formula of, hey, I have this many fans, I deserve to be here. This many people love me, I deserve to be here. That's as real as it gets. And some people will be mad about that statement because they'll be like, well, I just want to show off my music. I just don't. That doesn't matter. If you just want to show off your music, show it to yourself. This is a world of business, and this is a world of people who work hard. And so people who just want to do it for the joy, do it for the joy. People who want to work hard will work hard, and that's what you get for working hard in this world. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, is working hard. And so the people who work hard, they get into the next spot, and they get into the next spot, and they get into the next spot. And that's the goal of what this app is. It doesn't work if you don't work. I'm just giving the blueprint, and if you work hard, you can go as high as you want to go. And it's very transparent. If you want to get to the point of being a headliner, if you just want to be an opener forever, you can just be an opener forever. I know some rappers just want, and some artists, they just want to just do shows on the side, and they just want to just come and open up shows and do so. I know people like that. I know artists that want to be headliners, but don't want to tour. They just want to headline in their own city. I know people who want to tour, and they want to take it to that next level, to the point where they can actually build a career off of music and go around and live how they want to live. And it's your choice. It's your choice where you want to be on this, on this scale. Because what happened when you had to just book your own show, the bad thing about it is it was so hard to do it that no one would do it. So they waited for the promoters to call them. They waited for those things to happen, because if you have to put up your money for every venue, it's going to suck. If you're not turning over enough ticket sales over the full night, knowing how to book other artists to help you turn over those sales, knowing it's tons of stuff you have to know to do that. So no one wants to do all that work. That's why I'm making it easy, because no one wants to figure out how to book other artists, how to do the advertisements, how to distribute all the content, get the tickets out to people, print the tickets, print the flyers, print all that stuff, get the DJ, know the DJ, get the host, know the host, all that. You would have to figure out yourself if you're building the show yourself. And then if you were just trying to get on shows, you have to wait for all the promoters. And they have to agree that so you can get multiple shows, you'd have to be on multiple situations. And a lot of promoters only promote 1 to 2 shows a month. So then at that point, you're kind of you don't have a chance, because you either have to find the promoters and always work with the promoters, and they may not always want to put you on everything that they choose. And so this is the first time that you have something that you can get on, and you can just get on a show. Now, the goal is, of course, I'm not in every state right now. So if you're seeing this and you're in another state that's not Colorado, get people on the app. That's the goal of this. Get everyone that you know that does music, get on the app, because then it's easy for me to put a show out there. And then I can constantly put shows out there. And then you can constantly get shows. And then you can start crossing over to the other states that start popping up on the app. And that's the quickest way that you would get to tour. That's the quickest way you start living and having a career off of music and making money. So that's the goal, is for this to be all around in all of the states and all of the venues. So then people can just get on shows, and they can just do what they do. And they can just work hard and start building their resume and getting from point A to point B. And that be the way that you would book shows. So when you ask, how do I book shows, or how do I get on shows, your answer would then be Qoncert.